The following thoughts, opinions, and outlandish takes from the hosts are for entertainment purposes only. Sometimes we joke, sometimes we get passionate, sometimes we get loud, and yes, sometimes we might even get it wrong. But at the end of the day, we're just talking. Don't take us serious. We are trained talkers with zero accountability. Enjoy the show. Heavy as the Head podcast.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, so welcome back. This is a two-part episode. This is the guest hour. So once again, we got Jay Smooth in the building. You know, we got Avion Prime, and I'm taking over the guest hour. Me and Jay Smooth go back like 4 flats on the Cadillac. And this is my brother from another. You know what I'm saying? We've been through many trials and tribulations. We, like Jordan, Pippen, Shaq, and Kobe, like if I'm thinking something, he already know what to do. Like we had.
Which one is you? You Shaq?
It don't matter. It don't matter. It's interchangeable because if whoever whatever role needs to be played, we play. And shit, if I got to play the Draymond Green role for him, I'll play it because we just know how to work off each other, especially in our clubbing days, traveling the United States when we was going. We just didn't. We know what to do. We play off each other perfect. And I remember, I ain't gonna lie. I remember one time we was in the club talking to some chicks, right? And Jay Smooth just talking. We were going away doing our 2-man thing, and he was having this conversation. I had my own conversation. He just butted in like, "Hey, Ryan, remember we went over to Germany and we did this, did this, and this." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, man, I remember." And that did a little information. He go back to his conversation without even have to. So he came to my conversation, threw me some alley-oop without having to try, and showing her I travel the world, and he went back to his conversation like it ain't nothing. He's like, man, so like I'm saying, like this is perfect, like perfect. We ain't got to work off hard. Like he came in, made it seem like I traveled the world. Never been to Germany.
Those days,
but yeah, never at that time
African,
we was young. Yeah,
all the girls always thought that I travel, which I have.
Yeah, he speaks different languages.
Every time we talking to girls, and I have the. Oh, he went with me one time.
Yeah, like remember we went to Germany, we did this. Like, oh, yeah, remember I had a good time.
You just picked up on it smooth. You wasn't like, lost. You was like,
yeah, I just know what it done. Like, yeah, we had a good time. Was dope over there. Then he went back to his conversation like nothing happened. Seamless transitions. And it's like, man, it's perfect. Like, we got many stories. We ain't gonna get into it today because it's like, hey, you gonna look at Jay Smooth like a totally different person.
Damn,
but I'm gonna just get this question off. Jay Smooth, what is African booty scratching?
Just like that?
I was fucking with
hey, man. I don't know. I really
don't know either, man. That was like an elementary joke, man. An African booty scratcher joke. But I had to throw that out there.
Nobody actually called me that before.
I never got called African booty scratcher. What's the craziest thing you've been called? Because I know when you came over here back in the day, you went to the predominantly white school. So what they
darkness. But see, at that time, I didn't. Let me break it down. Let me break it down. At that time, I didn't even know what racism was. Like, I really didn't. And this just, I graduated high school here. I came to my senior year here, and I was the only black kid in school. So, I met some friends who were just kicking it and doing like, you know what, we're gonna call you darkness. And I thought that was the coolest thing ever.
Nigga.
You like,
called darkness is
villain
crazy.
villain type role too.
I had no idea. It wasn't until I came to college that I started talking to some black people, and that was when they even told me, man, you not black, you African. So for the first time, I knew I wasn't black, I was African. like what are you talking about? There were so many things I had to learn. And so, yeah, darkness now, thinking about it, I'm like, okay.
You wouldn't let it slide now?
Now, I'm so calm now, I probably wouldn't do it now. I would just look at him and just walk away.
Yeah.
I don't got time for that.
Darkness, though.
Darkness. I thought it was cool.
The Dark Knight.
At that time.
That's even before that, yeah. So, all right, what was your first thought, like, when you came over to America? Your first thought when you landed in America? Like, when you first came over here, what was your...
I was excited. I always wanted to come to America. Like, I had traveled before coming here. And my main reason of coming here was that a friend of mine came a year before me, and he told me, like, listen, every weekend there are parties. So that was the main motive. My mom wouldn't let me come, and so I had to find a way to come. So I became an exchange student. Like, that was the only way she would let me come. The idea was just to party every weekend. No family, no nothing. So when I landed JFK, I remember I was so happy I am here. And number two, I wanted to sit in that yellow bus. As stupid as it sounds, that yellow bus. Because every time I would watch movies, man, it was like there was always a vibe in that yellow bus. We have buses, but it wasn't yellow.
Like the Magic School Bus, yellow bus?
No, like your normal school bus, you know?
Okay.
Nigga.
Big nose, flat nose, whatever, short, long. I just wanted to
Short?
see
Hold on,
thing.
wait. You said
wanna
the
be on a
short boy?
bus. Yeah, you want to go on the short bus.
Now
The
I
short
know what
yellow
it is.
bus, dog.
But
Hey.
listen, though,
That one
to
ain't
me,
vibing
it
like
was
you
so
think.
cool. Our buses were the same things, but different colors. I just wanted to be a part of that. And so those are the two reasons why I wanted to come to America, and I came.
Did you party? Did you go to like an HBCU in your first day?
No.
here?
No.
He went
Everything
he had to
that I was told.
He had to go back to high school 1 year. So he
Yeah,
went to,
I went to high school
To
just
get
so
the
I can.
official documents? Yeah.
Yeah, because they were trying to make the journey too long for me.
Yeah.
Cut it all out, go back to high school, graduated, and I we started college. But it wasn't like what they told me it was going to be.
so like, all right. So
Everything was
He
different.
said the American dream is not,
Yeah,
it's
not
a
a
nightmare.
So from over there, when you came over here, your views of black people, when you first finally ran into black people, well, was your culture shock? Like, damn, they ain't like what I thought they was.
Now, I can't speak for all Africans, but for me, man, I thought blacks were thugs, right? Because that was what was portrayed. Like almost
Still
every
them out there.
movie, that was what we saw. And some of them will visit, Africa, and then they come with that, that swag or whatever you want to call it, that aura.
Bravado, yeah.
Why do I say that? Because our culture is different from, that culture. So to me, it was like night and day. So yeah, coming in, but I didn't really know what a thug was. Like, not that they were killers,
Right.
but we say thugs like, these guys are like, how do I really break it down? It will come to me eventually.
Like we just thought it was gangsters, like
Yeah,
gang
like
Like criminal
even gang
activity.
banging. I didn't really know what a gang banger was.
Right,
I could
right.
say it, but I didn't really understand it.
I know when you told me, like when he first met me, I had braids back in the day, so he
He was definitely a thug.
automatically thought I was a thug because I had braids back in the day.
Definitely.
He thought people would.
The first time I drove
Pontiac,
with him, we got pulled over.
braids.
Yeah, he thought-
you
yeah, he
got
thought I
two
was-
strikes. You got two
yeah, he
strikes, thug strikes.
thought I was a
already.
thug. Like
First time I rode in his car, first day, we got pulled over. Of course, he's a thug. Come on now. I've been riding around and first
Thug,
time
man. Did he
I'm
have
telling
speakers or rims?
nah.
Man, music so loud.
The music was loud. Did he
Windows
have,
down.
did he have the air freshener? The
No,
Christmas
I
tree
never
air
rode the
freshener?
Black Ice.
Black Eyes, you did.
I did.
He did?
No, probably.
Thug.
You
He
did
a
Black
thug,
Eyes.
man.
And then do the crazy thing, sometimes, like, was it you? They would not peel the whole thing off.
can't.
Thug.
It's like halfway.
You got to lit it halfway, because that's what the
man.
directions say. You
That's
got
a thug, man.
That's
Come
a
on.
thug, man. That's a thug, man. Police know that shit too, man. They looking for that little Christmas tree thing,
So if
America.
you could describe America like in one word now, since you've been here for a while,
Oh.
like what would you describe it?
One word. Amazing.
Oh,
I tell people this all the time. I've been around the world, a few times.
Been around the world and back.
Yeah. There is no country like America, hands down.
Wow.
I tell people traveling is the best education you can ever have. If you haven't really traveled and met other people, seen other cultures, you may think that, it's worse here. Of course, it's
Yeah,
as moment.
yeah.
But you can't, I have not seen any country like America. Everything you want or want to see happen, you can do it here, literally, with almost no roadblocks. Certain places, it takes a lot just to do one thing. And here, I'm here now. I have accomplished so many things that could have taken me forever to do it if I wasn't here.
Mm-hmm.
And even with limitations, I'm still an immigrant, right? So there are certain things, I got to go through hoops just to do. And so when I see the average man, not just black in general, American, and then sometimes they complain about this and that, I look at it like you're not hungry enough.
Yeah.
Like you really don't want it enough.
Right.
Because the day you decide that you want it, you'll make it happen. How? I don't know, but you will.
Yeah.
And then that is when you realize that there are so many things in place, for you to help you. You just have to apply yourself. And that's it. America to me is the best country ever.
Do you feel more now, after all the years you've been here, you feel more African or you feel more like I'm black, like American?
I'm still African, man. That's the one thing I don't
Okay.
want to lose.
Yeah.
I don't even want to lose my accent. Sometimes I force myself to bring it back. Now, I've not really lost it, but I have still not. I'm African, regardless. But I've picked up a lot of, the black culture because I live in it. After a while, like example, you're going to somebody's house who's cooking. You may not necessarily eat the food, but sometimes before you get out of the house, your clothes will be smelling like the food. Exactly. And I hate that thing. But I am here now. And so I've been, I'm around these things.
You
and
immersed in it
eventually-
now. Like,
Exactly.
it's soaked in your
immersed
clothes now, like
Whether
they
you
did.
like it or not, you're going to pick up certain things.
Yeah.
I may not necessarily do everything, but I will do some things because I'm here.
Yeah.
So
I get you, man. I moved out of Detroit, man, but I'm still a Detroiter, man.
there you go.
Like,
Never
where I
forget where you
work
came
at
from.
and everything like that, but it'll never be out of me, man. So.
Absolutely. African all day.
So
Ghana, by the way.
yeah, I was gonna say yeah, he's from Ghana. He's from Ghana.
Yeah, thank you.
So all right, what's the biggest difference, man, between African women and American women? I know you talked to both, and like I said, we've been around the world and back together, and we talked to many of them, yeah, especially you. You talked to both sides. You've had African women and German women and American women. So like, what's the difference when you talk to African women and American women?
Then and now, I think it's different.
Okay.
That's definitely different.
Like
time.
then, the women, African women, are like, man. Like I say this before I came here, like almost every woman I knew back home, almost not all of them, were virgins, and it was like the standard, Nobody really engaged in sex or had babies out of wedlocks or stuff like that. It was a norm.
Yeah.
Then I came here, and I would see 14-year-olds getting pregnant. Like, how did you do that? Like, your parents, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But now I think because of westernization and everybody just doing whatever, internet, all that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it was there before, but now it's huge now. I can't really tell. But the bottom line is culture. Our culture was so strict. Culture was so strict. Mm-hmm. And so not just the African women per se, even the men, there were certain things we couldn't do, certain places we couldn't go, and we kept that. I've kept my culture with me.
Yeah.
Even to this day, there are certain things I still won't do. I find it hard to do.
Yeah.
I just cannot do it. And then the next man would just do it easily. And I look at him like, well, good to be you. I just can't.
That's not in you.
Yeah. So women, almost all the same, but I would probably say culture, how they were raised and what they believe in.
Yeah.
Across board, I think that will always stay the same.
What's up with the diaspora that Africans or the European blacks have against Americans? Like, how like, I remember when we first came over here, you used to say it too. You be like, where are you from? Like, I remember, I know you haven't said it in a long time now because you've been here, but like how you were like, you don't know where you came from. Like, I know where I came from Ghana, but you used to be like, how some of it like, y'all don't know where you came from. But if you look at like, we've been over here 400 plus years. Like our roots are African American. We are American. That's our roots. And so like, how's your view on that change? Because people back overseas still be like, y'all don't know where y'all came from, but we go trace our lineage from of 400 years. We here. We here. That's our roots from here.
Mm-hmm.
So how your view on that change?
Drastically. Back in Ghana, I think I knew up to my great grandmother maybe, but I also knew, some of those greats. Though I never saw them because we call it folklore or folk tales. Sometimes it's like stories passed on from generation to generation. So we just know. If you go to this city or this town, you are you are from here.
That's a tribe.
So
a
tribe. We know these things, though we may not necessarily see all of them, And so that's the mindset. So when I came here, I used to ask you, where are you from? And that was when I realized that a lot of y'all don't necessarily know, maybe apart from grandfather, great-great-grandfather, may not know exactly where you came from. Right. And it wasn't your fault. Along the line, maybe those informations got missing, somewhere. Right. But a typical African, I won't say African, let me use me. A typical me would never really understood why you would not know where you came from. But now that I'm here and seeing the bias and seeing all the crazy things that happen, reading history, and it's to me, I love it when people actually decide to go find their roots. It's powerful to me. Yeah, because you kind of. You connect to something, I have family in other countries in Africa. Mm-hmm. I don't know them. Probably will never know them. But I know that any day when I go to that country, I'll feel at home. I will know where to go because this is where part of my roots come from. So it's that thing. Is that belonging?
I feel like, why do y'all question Americans, but you like Caribbeans get a pass, like Jamaicans and Haitians, they get a pass of where y'all. Like, they don't know where they came from either because they got technically brought over from the trade too. And even some countries in Africa, they didn't keep receipts or documentations that because some people migrated too, so it's lost paperwork of where they actually what country they originated from as well. Some countries haven't been established over the next like maybe 300, 200 years, so paperwork that wasn't established. So technically, a lot of people don't really know where they came from because a lot of people migrated over the years. So why like Jamaica or Haitians or even we could say like Dominicans don't get the same treatment of they don't know where they came from, but y'all automatically say like they're Jamaican enough. But when it comes to not you per se, but Africans,
That's the hard part.
they'll come up like y'all don't know where y'all came from, but Haitians and Jamaicans and people for Caribbeans, they get a pass.
Like let me use Jamaicans for example. I know from what I was told, a lot of Jamaicans or think Jamaicans like the people who started Jamaica, they have great ancestors, whatever. A lot of them came from Ghana. Not that they are Ghanaians. Ghana was a hub for slave trade in those days. So like they would bring slaves from other parts of the continent, and then they would bring them to Ghana, and that was where the big ship would come take them to the West. I think for Jamaica, if I remember correctly, slave trade was abolished at that time, and so that ship had to go dump the slaves somewhere. And I think Jamaica was one of the islands, Haiti too, where they dumped them. So these guys are authentically Africans. If you look at their foods now, it's almost as same as African foods, literally. And I think they have a rich history, a rich sense of who they are, where they came from. I don't know that conversation necessarily, the Dominicans and stuff. I really don't know that conversation.
I was going to say, do you even agree with like that whole context of they're not really African, because they came from the Caribbean?
You know what? I don't know, man.
Yeah.
No, I know you don't. You probably don't say it but I seen online like people like, well, the Jamaicans get a pass, the Dominicans, Haitians, because Dominicans they on the same amount as Haitians. They black too. They don't want to say I'm not black, Poppy. I'm Dominican, but you black, brother. They get a pass, but only the United American blacks we get questioned like you don't know where you are because we got like I said we decide to trace our lineage, we can find out where we came from. But like I said,
what is blacks though? Like, what is blacks?
African Americans, blacks, or people that black we consider
African Americans, and they're not African Americans.
Yeah, we said Americans like we blacks here. Me and you black.
Yeah, but what is black? I mean, like, what does the black encompass? Is everybody that's brown skin?
See I guess, deep that.
Yeah, that, see, well, I feel like how people take down blacks is we take on from instead of saying African American now we call ourselves blacks. Or
right, but if that person is not African American, they're African Caribbean.
Yeah,
and they're not black. In the context of way
I'm saying, I'm going as in they don't get questioned. Like the Jamaicans get a pass, but they get a pass. The UK's African get a pass. Only ones they always come after is.
And part of me also feels like
Americans.
There was a point in time where it wasn't cool to be like I'm from Africa. Like there was a time where when I started college, oh my God, I used to be roasted like
them PayPal scams that used to be coming from
PayPal scams,
Nigeria, man.
No, it used to
my
be
cousins, those are Nigerian kings and princes.
The Menfo commercials didn't do y'all no help either. We used to see feed the children, babies with flies crawling across their eyeballs and the Ethiopian bellies and all that. It's like
Nigerian
so they didn't do
no.
We did it to ourselves too. We can't take that away, but I feel like from generations and generations, aeons ago, Africa was just this like almost nothing place, and so it wasn't cool to be associated with that, But I think that narrative is changing now. Now it's so cool that people actually like to be called African, at least from what I've seen.
That's just the social media world making
it's changing.
You get more insight of.
I know somebody who was so close to African American, a friend of mine. I'm not African, but now he is so open.
He proud to be black.
Yeah, like I'm
of
trying
this particular area.
Like what change?
Now they know. Yeah.
So
I'm
I don't know.
Kenyan, I'm this. I'm that.
What can we blame it on? I don't know, but I think things are changing.
Yeah.
And that's a deep conversation.
It is. It's deep. It's a longer than we got, but it is but we are like we've been here over generations of forever and American and like we American, we blacks. So let's go back to like another topic about where you at. This question, we already talked about it. Like, but have you ever used I know you have, but like you ever laid your accent on thick when it comes to back in our party days
Oh yeah.
to talk to women. Like,
Yeah.
I know I said the story a little bit earlier.
Yeah, I remember when I heard the term exotic spices because,
That's the terms we just made up. Exotic.
every time you're talking to a girl from a different, culture. So I'm like, okay, cool. So when we would talk to girls and then they kind of pick up on my accent, where are you from? I feel like I'm in.
Yeah,
So I make it so thick.
You really start leaning into that.
Just so we can just talk. And then I
leaning
realized
into
that it made the conversation easy. They were so interested in where I was from.
Yeah.
And so by the time we finished talking, we're like, cool.
Yeah.
We're like best friends, literally.
Yeah. No,
So I used to use that. It was cool. Now, I don't know. I have not really used it, but come on, man. When you talk to me, you will hear the accent. Let's go. Yeah. I'm older now, so.
Who's more dominant, like the African women or American women? Like if you get in a relationship like this,
dominant.
Yeah,
American woman.
Okay, so
dominant as in what, masculine, or
not dominant as like
in like what?
The relationship, wise, like who runs, like more vocal, runs or speak back, talk back, runs. We'll try to run a.
See, now I don't know though, but it things are changing so much.
Like back home, I guess in Africa, like
because of culture and
man,
stuff
like a
that.
man, like now you know how women,
roles,
not women, like more like I'm here, I'm
used to.
I'm speaking up more. I'm running the household too. Back home is still like
used to
the
be.
man.
Now it changed. No, so that particular question, we may not have a definite answer yet. Before, yes, there was a role of the man and the role of the woman, and everybody played their role, and the man was always dominant. But now
it's changing, coming more
things are changing. Yes, women are dominating on so many things, and I love that.
Yeah. Are you saying that American women may have been more so in that sort of category, but now with social media, that Africa and Ghana is catching up?
Mm-hmm.
That sort of.
Yes.
Put it into context. Okay. Yeah, I can see that. And I think same thing. Social media, globalization. We're seeing everybody's culture. People are intrigued, just like when they hear your accent, they want to know what that's more about. But vice versa, when our, what you thought was a thug goes over there, people are intrigued by that particular person, right? When we go into other spaces, and when other people get sight of that, they start, acting and doing things differently. And the same thing here, right? I think that's just how the world works.
Yeah, we're gonna get ready to close it out. But what's the funniest stereotype American women had about African men that you heard? Like the funniest stereotype they ever told you. They ever called you no homo, like a mandingo or whatever.
Oh, that.
like
you from Africa? Okay, you got it. Yeah, that was the. Mandingo warriors are warriors, man. It has nothing to do with how they trying to associate with it,
the Mandingo warriors.
Yeah.
They have a Mandingo
warriors are more like your Marines. These guys are literally warriors, and hey, it's cool. I mean, it was roll with it. It was flattery, so why not? Let's go.
I guess you in there. Said, roll
play the part. Let's go.
Hey,
like so, we gonna get ready to wrap it up. So, do you think Americans go over there and survive?
Absolutely.
How it is over in Africa?
Ghana right now is saturated with a lot of African Americans, whites and blacks. Because it has become like. I was trying to look, I'm doing this property stuff. I was trying to get a house, man. I'm $400,000, $300,000. Why? Because y'all came, And infrastructure, everything is different now. Africa is really stepping up. Not just Ghana per se. I think the whole Africa as a continent is stepping up, and they are changing things around, and they are making it more inviting, for people to come in. And I always tell, my friends, and I'll tell you now, if you ever have the chance, go visit Africa. It doesn't matter what country. Mm-hmm. Pick one or what you kind of want to see. Do your little research. Go
except one of them war torn ones,
and you will love it. I know for a fact you will love it.
Yeah.
It is not what. Remember, I used to back in the day. I would go on YouTube and type in Africa you don't see on TV just to show.
I remember I was over your house one time, and you took me through a whole tour. Like you showed me the nightlife, the whole
everything,
the streets,
and it is not any different. I came from the city, so there was no culture shock in terms of. Because I remember high school, they asked me, did you
live in
on a hut? Did you sleep with elephants? And the crazy thing is I had never seen animals before. Like my wildest animal was a garden snake. That was the wildest animal I ever saw. The first time I saw the giraffes and the lions, do you know where? Toledo Zoo.
Wow.
And they could not believe it. I'm in the zoo freaking out. I'm going crazy. They're looking at me crazy. Aren't you from Africa? Yeah. Never seen none of these things before.
Yeah.
Right?
They thought you was
So
running
the
a
stereotype
safari.
is huge.
They thought you was running from
Yeah, you
lions
run
and
from
the
them and
giraffes and
running,
everything.
yeah, running
Like,
from lions,
Somebody
tigers.
asked me, how do you
tigers.
feel? I'm like, what do you mean how I feel? How do you feel wearing clothes? I was so confused.
Wow,
Like,
they thought you was
we don't
Tarzan?
yeah,
They thought you was from the Bush tribe or something, man. They thought you was from the Bush tribe.
You know,
That's wild, dog. Whoever
that was
asked you
what-
that,
and
man,
that was what the
they better be
Discovery
trolling.
Channel and then the
That's
History
it.
Channel at that time used to do.
They better
They
be
would go
trolling,
there
dog.
and they'll go find these people.
The
I don't
Bush
know how
tribes
they find them.
with the plates in
then
their
they'll-
lips. And, yeah.
I mean, this day is
shit
beautiful.
wild.
Like, if you understand that culture, it's
Yeah,
beautiful. But that is not what it's all about.
Yeah,
It's just
that's
it's
just-
subset, a little group of people. You know, Africa is beautiful. It
It's
doesn't
funny
matter
because
what country.
it's funny. I looked up I like to Google random stuff. One day I was just Googling like the people that still actually live in tribes or like the lost tribes or stuff like some in South America. Still like some tribes that just live in huts and like this not like how we live now. They ain't in the house. They still live in tribes. And some in South America. You know that one North Sentinel Island that still live closed off. And there's still some tribes in Africa, like I said, the ones people I don't know they names,
I think it's
but the one with
Kenya.
the bush, they got plates in they
places,
lips,
ear and stuff
yeah,
like that.
and with the white chalk on them, and like some videos come across
Maasai,
TikTok,
I think it's
and how people
Maasai
go over there and
tribe.
bring them coke, and they don't know how to
like how Papa Shango used to look
yeah,
on WWE.
Yeah.
You know how Papa Shango.
Yeah, I remember.
Is that a good?
yeah, and like some people were still like, remember, was it Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, when he went to Africa and he had their tribe had all like powder white on and all that stuff,
Yeah. No,
It's
that's how
like-
Papa Shango used to
yeah.
be for sure.
like that is like, and there's some tribes still over there. It is some tribes
Still,
that still is not converting to like
absolutely.
yeah, but they still live their way, and I respect them for living that way.
Yeah.
But people
And so,
still think,
yeah.
but people think Africa is
That's
is
all.
that.
Yeah.
Like-
if that's what you want to experience, absolutely go there. You know,
Yeah.
go find them, and they are very welcoming. I think every tribe in Africa, personally, is very welcoming. If you're trying to know about them, they'll bring you in. Then you learn, and then you go.
They be
It's
trying to
all
do
about
them spirits and hexes and stuff like that. They be doing all
The
that.
voodoo,
The
like-
voodoo.
Priests.
See, now I'm huge in the whole spiritual thing. Spirituality is real, absolutely. Everybody and what they believe in, you know.
Because here, you talk about stuff coming from here and going over there, and obviously the male and female dynamic seems like it's moving over there. But like here, people are moving. You know, I hate to say it because I am a Christian, but people are moving away from those spiritual and just spirit sort of soul type of way of thinking about things.
Yeah.
My view, and I don't know everything, but my view of Africa is that they're still, you know, heavily
Absolutely.
believing in, you know, the
I can
things that
tell
believe in.
stories, but you know,
Yeah.
some may believe me or some may not. I'm a Christian too.
I'm a Christian, and I believe
Yeah.
in probably more than what most do, but
Yeah.
you know, that's me.
And you know, even if we do it just Christianity alone, it's not a religion. You know, Christianity really is. I call it your way of life. Literally,
Right.
how you live is Christianity, and Christianity is not physical. It's highly spiritual. Everything is spiritual.
Yeah.
Same for other people who are not Christians. Everything is spiritual, and once you start to believe in something, it begins to work for you. And yes, it's true. The whole voodoo thing and other
Yeah.
things, it is
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
Don't go there trying to, you know. Once again, I can say stories, but it will sound like stories, but it's not. You know,
Okay.
it's yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna get ready to wrap up our episode, man. Before we go, man, I have to get Tyrone on the call, man.
Mr. Easy Day.
Mr. Easy Day, man. Go ahead and hit us with a final word for the show before we close out, man.
Final word.
Final word. Close us out.
Hey, man. First and foremost, man, I appreciate you guys holding it down. Right? Shout out to the fellas in there, man. Shout out to our guests.
Yes, sir.
And man, secondly, man, because I'm over here at this Cass King game representing for all you student parents, all you people that athletes, stop acting like these damn kids, man. Stop living through these kids. Let these kids have fun, man. Let's stop all this nonsense at these daggone football games, man.
All right,
All
man.
right, yeah. And he brought up, I know Tyrone just brought it up. We didn't talk about it, but I'm gonna bring it up. There was a Cass and Renaissance, was a homecoming game?
Cass Renaissance football game, man.
Football
Happening right
game.
now.
It's happening right now. It's supposed to happen last night. And I guess it's a big riot brawl broke out and a lot of kids fighting. I seen videos. I'm gonna post it in our some B-roll in our video. And I hear people talking about is maybe DPD fault or the parents' fault. Like, who you think is really more of like at fault? You think it should have been parents that should come to these games too and watch their kids, or DPD?
Man, parents, man. Too many badass kids wandering by themselves, man. Where the parents at, man? Where the dads at? What these little badass kids at?
Yeah, real talk. I feel like that definitely like parents drop their kids off and expect other people to babysit their kids at a football game. Now, you feel like you should be there and babysit your own kids and watch them. That's what a lot of parents now, especially at these schools, they drop their kids off as more of as a babysitter than trying to learn or teach them something.
Hey, Mr. Easy Day, I heard that it was a riot-like type brawl. I don't know what you felt like was going on, but like I saw a post where some people said it was overplayed by the media, and I saw some where it's just like, you know, it was well contained. Was it really as wild as what some of the posts that I that kind of made it out to be?
Man, hell yeah. Like 100 kids running a damn circle, it's a big ass fight. Like, it was out of control.
Damn. Man, that's crazy, man. I see Detroit. Ain't much change, man. Ain't much change, man. Still that place, man. All right.
That's crazy. All right, man. Thanks for joining in, Mr. Easy Day, checking in, man.
Shout out to the fellas, man, holding it down, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, man. Appreciate you jumping on the call, dog. Have fun at the game, bro.
All right, fellas.
All right, man.
For sure. Yo, Jay Smooth, I'm gonna let you go last, man. Ken, you got any closing words?
Just shout out to my man Jay Smooth for coming on. We didn't give you a lot of heads up on what we were talking about, man. But like I said, crown to you, man. Just the way you speak to these topics, providing us with a different perspective. Definitely appreciate you. Hopefully we can have you on again.
Absolutely.
But that's all I really got, man. Shout out to all the men out there doing their thing. Shout out to Steph Curry, Cameron for just holding it down as men in the culture. And that's all I got.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna go with, like, piggyback off Ken said. Yeah, shout out to all the guys, man, that's just stepping up and doing what they got to do. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate it. And like I said, we just appreciate you doing what you got to do, stepping up and speaking out when you have to and not standing by. And also, like I said, off what Tyrone said, parents, please, y'all got to show up too. It's not others' responsibility to babysit your own kids. You got to go out there and be with your kids. And like I said, people try to enjoy a game and your kids just run a rampage out there fighting. It's getting a little ridiculous, man. Kids, all this passive parenting. Like, I feel like we definitely got to put the ride on some kids sometimes, man. Like, not abusive, not like how back in the 70s they just was beating them to death and not feeding them. But sometimes a little discipline goes a long way, and we need a little bit back. And father, stay in the household, man. If you don't want to be with the mama, that's cool, but just stay in your kid's life. And as long as there's a father figure in the picture, make sure these kids don't go astray and get drawn into the streets. Smooth, what you got to say?
I mean, first of all, I appreciate having me on the show.
Sure.
I enjoyed myself. I like it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And y'all just take it easy on me, man.
All right, man. That's it for the episode, man. Thank y'all for rocking with us. We appreciate y'all.
Like, subscribe,
man.
Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate it. Heavy as head. We out, baby.
Podcast, we out.